Internet, what's happened? It's been a bit. No install videos today, but what we're doing is keeping the fans on while recording because that's always a good move. But I got the Fusion here and suffered a little damage at the last drift event, very last lap. Buddy Alex spun out in front of me and we touched tips. Nothing major though. The it's towed in on this side, and the headlight's okay. That's in the back seat, but what the issue is that the mounting tabs for the fender and the bumper is part of all this. It's broke, as you can see. It's gonna be not too bad to replace. I got a new one. It's like $100 aftermarket, and go from there. And then you have another issue. I went to start it in the trailer this morning. The oil pressure gauge pegged at 30 pounds, but even after it warmed up, it didn't even go down off of there because it usually has about 30 pounds at idle. So it does have a nylon line going to it, and this thing needs to be changed. The oil, along with, I'm gonna try and flush that line and see what happens. But what I'm doing is getting this thing ready for grid life. So if everything goes well, I got an exhaust collector to fix. It's blown out again, but other than that, it's been pretty reliable, besides, you know, crashing into people. So, it's not gonna be as bad as I thought. There are some items I need to drill for, such as the hood pins and like radiator mounts and the coolant reservoir, but I'm not gonna have to like completely take this off, which, to be honest, might make my life easier. But, of course, I'm gonna try and sneak it out of here and then match it up with the new one. I'm not gonna drill these holes until actually get in there, so I know the pins line up, so on and so forth, but doing work. And just like that, it's deleted. So I have, you know, like these holes here and along there to compare to see what's already on the new one, to see what we got to drill and stuff. Obviously, I just spoke about the hood pins, and the reason I didn't pull the other like header thing was because it was where the hood prop was, but it didn't matter. See, I got a piece of wood there anyway, so far so good. Ah, shit. So first glance, can't really tell what needs to be drilled yet. That's already got holes. That's already got holes. I think the way I'm out of this is definitely not factory. Just got to add that. And miscellaneous clips, so not too shabby. Literally took about 30 seconds just to place in there, so I'm just gonna get the fenders and the header panel bolted to it, line those up, and then work on drilling the like one hole I think I got to do besides the hood pins. The header panel's in. Man, this thing's super easy to. I already got one pin in. It's looking pretty good. Can't even tell it's been messed with. All right, cat in the hat. That was that. Course board in. Hood pins work great. Had to drill a total of 3 holes. A lot less than I thought. Fender's lining up good. I'm gonna wait to put the headlights and bumper on because I got some suspension work to do over here and align it. Just easier, shit's out of the way. Yeah, make this fit in the garbage can. Not just plastic in there. There's metal in there too. Alright, so I got this wheel off and get a little closer look at the steering arm of these Hotline knuckles from Justin Pollock. As you can see, the steering arm got bent a little bit. Wheel was about as straight as it was as far as run out and stuff as it was before. It did have a little bend in the interior of the barrel, but I'm not too worried about that. I do need to replace my front tire, so, but a lot of prep for grid life. But just talked to Justin, and he said he had the same thing happen to him in Orlando this year actually, and he just flattened it. So what I'm gonna do is take the spindle off and put her in the vise and do some magic. Progress update, got the spindle here off. I actually ended up putting the arm in the vise and trying to just torque it at the strut mount and maybe moved it a little bit. That's pretty thick steel. I'm not too worried about stressing that out too much. And then in the meantime, gotta glue this back together because this tab broke. through some plastic surgery. Literally, that's what it's called, plastic surgery. It's like a 2-part plastic, but the stuff stays flexible. So it's set up, and I'll be able to put the clip on, put the headlight back in when I need to. Now I'm just gonna try and beat this back into submission. All right, kind of skipped over some things, but got the suspension put back together and eyeball the toe. Gonna change the oil before getting on the ground and setting the alignment in the front. And I still gotta secure the ends of the bumpers. They're bolted there, but I still need to zip tie them, fenders. And I got some Type S underglow that I'm actually going to be putting on a little later. It's been sitting under there for about 8 months, so we'll give that a whirl. And while the oil's draining, I'm going to clean out the oil sending tube. Got some brake clean because it looks really dirty. Like, it looks like a wire, but it's just probably full of less than stellar oil. And since it's like a one-way, like no oil's flowing through it, it's just constantly pressure, there's probably gunk in there. And I'm hoping that's it. That's showing only 30 pounds, because it didn't go any lower than that either when it was idling. So here's the wishful thinking. All right, change the oil filter, put on my oil pressure gauge. I did clean the line out, but I wanted to make sure. This pull just started. Not too shabby. So here's the underglow I'm going to put on here. It's Type S Pro Kit. I'm not going to use the third brake LED strip. This car really already has one, but probably save it for another car. Anyway, so that's 2 front and back ones and 2 side ones. What I'm going to do is follow the instructions, download the app, hook it up to the battery quick, see if it all works. All right, got everything buttoned up. Gonna get the underglow on. You might be able to see it in here. And I also got it on the sides. You'll see that in a little bit. So I'm gonna get this put in the Mac shop. That's still in progress, but I just need to, as far as grid life goes, need to get the new fronts. We'll be good to go. Oh yeah. Oh, look at it. Ooh. We'll see you at grid life.